You better stick around for the end of this video because I do unveil who is the real winner and who is the real loser of this particular beef. I posted a video about Kendrick Lamar's song last week. Got a lot of hate. Thank you very much. Really, genuinely much appreciated. It helped drive the algorithm so much and a whole bunch of new people found the channel. So I thought I'd do another one just to see how far we can take it. I am a 41-year-old white male from Australia with a history in the rock scene as an award-winning songwriter and performing artist. I have 2 kids, happily married, and I have a masterclass where I teach songwriting to up-and-coming artists. Hopefully, for all the people that want to hate in the comment section, that should be more than enough for you to work with. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's find out what really goes down, okay?
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying,
"Nigga, I said it, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed, now deal with his dad. I gotta go bad, I gotta go bad."
Okay, I can understand him. That's a point in the right direction. Sorry, Kendrick, I know that you say very interesting things and that you have very profound points at times, but if people can't understand everything that you're saying, and most importantly, if people can't understand the words between your words, then they can't capture your stream of consciousness. They can't adopt the things that you're saying. If I have to go and read your lyrics, then you should be a poet instead of a rapper. Oh wait, he's both. Well then rap legibly. You don't post, you don't sell a poetry book with scribbles in it where every second word is illegible, because what happens is people are like, well, I think it's cool and I think he has a point, but I just can't tell. Maybe he should work on his delivery system. Because this right here, that's just the height of intellectualism, right?
50 bag for the mob in a spot. Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the thought.
I'm gonna get so much hate for this video. You better bring it. You better do your job, okay? All the trolls that were in the comment section before, that was the entree. For anyone, if you're not sure, an entree is what comes before the main meal.
I was really trying to keep it PG. I was really trying to keep it PG. If you had a set, they give your ass a DP. But you civilian gang in real life, you PC. You know who really bang and set my nigga YG. You know who really bang and set my nigga Chuck T. You know who even bang and set out there CB. The nigga cold, losing sleep on this, it ain't me. You better have some paperwork or that shit fake T. Can't be rapping by no ratting that we can't read. I mean,
7?
It's true, a nigga slimy for my AP.
Alright, so we've got 8 lines in a row with that rhyme scheme. Kendrick, take notes. Alright? I don't know, it doesn't matter what he's saying, I'm white and I'm completely out of touch, right? Let's just be real about it. Number ain't me. There was 5 N-word drops, however, at least the rhyme scheme towards the end was the same. So you can get into the rhythm of what he's saying.
My nigga Chuck T. You know who even bang and set out there CB. The nigga cold, losing sleep on this, it ain't me. You better have some paperwork of that.
Now Kendrick did it a few times, but here's the thing. One of the reasons that people may consider Kendrick Lamar to be more intellectual is because he doesn't repeat himself rhythmically as often. But that does mean that your message does not reach as many people as consistently because they need repetition to be able to sink into it. Now, the people who are listening to this type of music, they want to understand what you're saying. They don't want to have to look it up. And most of them are high, right? When you listen, whenever I listen to hip hop music, I need to be high or it just doesn't, I'm like, it's a waste of time. You need to be in that headspace. So those people,
can't be rapping by no ratting that we can't read.
And even he agrees with me. Unless we can read it, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so I'm sorry, that's another point for Drake. You don't agree with me? Please let me know in the comment section. Drive that algorithm right up there.
I mean, it's true, a nigga slimy for my AP. Just
what's AP mean? Can someone cure me of my whiteness?
like how Metro nigga slimy for his main squeeze. Out here begging for attention, nigga, say please.
See, I like, and so here's the thing. That's a really good diss. That's a really good diss because even I can understand it, right?
Like how Metro nigga slimy for his main squeeze. Out here begging for attention, nigga, say please.
If you're begging for attention, say please. That's a nice way to pat a man on the head and be like, just stay down there where you belong. In his opinion, not mine. I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar is beneath Drake. I'm saying that I can understand what Drake just said.
Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free. You just
okay, that's you just acting like an activist. It's make believe. So here's the thing. We're going to get to the point at the end of the video. You better stick around for the end of this video because I do unveil who is the real winner and who is the real loser of this particular beef. Now, he's saying, you're just acting like an activist, it's make-believe. Okay? A lot of Kendrick Lamar's songs have to do with a lot of controversial, race-oriented slave imagery, right? Great imagery that he used. One of the things that's fantastic about Kendrick Lamar is that he uses truly unique imagery in his rhymes, and especially in his one of the things that I love the most about Kendrick Lamar is his visuals when it comes to his video clips, the choices that he makes and the way that he diverts attention, and it's like modern art inside a lot of his video clips. However, he's calling bullshit on that, right? Saying, well, what have you actually done? Other than commenting on it, what have you actually done?
Acting like an activist is make believe. Don't even.
I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's true, and I'm not saying that I agree with him. I'm just pointing out that this is what Drake is saying because I can understand what he's saying.
Even go back to your hood and plant on money trees. Say you hate the girls I fuck, but what you really mean? I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. You the black messiah, wifing up a mixed queen.
Alright, so let's go back to this for a second. Once again, we are going to get to the point. The reason that you're still watching this video to find out a 41-year-old white man from Australia in the rock scene has decided who won and who lost in this beef. You better stick around to the end. You say you hate girls I fuck, but what you really mean...
girls I fuck, but what you really mean?
Okay.
I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. You the black messiah, wiping up a mixed queen.
So we've got black, we've got white, and everything that's in between, and then a mixed queen, right? So you've got black women, you've got white women, and then you've got mixed women, right? The point is that they are discussing the things that divide them, and they are even dividing the people. In their rap, they are dividing the people that they are using to give examples of how one is better than the other. I'm gonna come back to that.
And hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem. On some Bobby shit, I wanna know what Whitney need.
That's nice. I like that little throwback.
All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens. Why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese?
That's a dope dig, okay? Now, why don't you, that's a good one.
Why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese? We could've left the kids out of this, don't blame me.
So that's a good one, right? So once again, let's say maybe I'm wrong because I can understand Drake. Maybe I'm wrong. But he's gone to the point where he's saying, yo, you brought the family stuff into this. Go back to the martial arts rule of, you don't start a fight, but you finish it. School, prison rules, whatever you want to call them. That's what he's doing here. And he's winning. So here's the point, all right? We're not even going to bother going through the rest of this song because it's almost the same stuff. Here's the point. Who won and who lost? Thank you so much for watching this far. If you would like to learn more about the craft of songwriting or performance, the entire first module of my masterclass is actually available for free. The link in the description on a new playlist. If you click it, save it in a new tab, watch it right after this video finishes. Speaking of which, let's get back to it. Drake, Kendrick Lamar. Who won? Who cares? You care, because you're still watching this video, aren't you? Do you really think that they care as much as you care? And if you do care more, what does that say about you? Because you better believe Kendrick and Drake, they got paid. They're fine. They're set up. Their legacy is set. And the truth is they've both released much better songs. That's what I'm shocked no one's talking about. No one's asking, is this their best work? Does this music speak to me as an individual? Does this provide unity, as so many of their songs have done in the past? All this beef does is divide you from your values. That's why it's relevant that there's reference to a black chick and a white chick and a mixed girl, so that a black girl can have an opinion about whether she agrees with the white girl or vice versa, or bring up all of our disagreements and our differences and divide us to give us something to talk about. And no matter what anyone says, Kendrick and Drake get driven up the algorithm. Everyone's paying attention to Kendrick and Drake. No one is paying attention to the quality of the song or whether it speaks to us at an emotional or spiritual level. It's no different than watching a UFC fight. And you better believe, if Kendrick and Drake were put in the ring, mano a mano, face to face, and they were like, okay, guys, you really care about this, right? You really are upset that the other person said something bad about you, right? Now, fight it out. Street rules. Who's going to be the first one to jump in the ring? Kendrick's manager, Drake's manager, to say, stop. Can't hurt each other. If you guys can't continue to make music and take photos and do video shoots and get on tour, none of us around you can make our money. Do you think they would ever let them actually resolve this dispute properly? And I understand that in the hip-hop scene, that this is how disputes are resolved, and that it's a hierarchy, but the bottom line is, it is masculine, testosterone, cock-flexing measuring. That's all it is. That's what they're doing. Who's the best? Who's the best? Does that serve you, or does it just provide you something to watch until you flick and scroll to the next thing? They used music as boxing gloves. That's what they've done. Regardless of who's better, who's worse, it doesn't provide any deep value to us. It provides no unity. As Kendrick has gone on the record as saying that he is the artist of the people, and he is blessed with the gift to speak in a way that no other person can, to bring light to issues that are deeply important and profound, as he has done in the past, exceptionally well at a level that no one else has been able to do in that lane, in that scene, with that subject matter. Do you think that if God came down and said, gentlemen, you have 5 days left to live, that they would consider spending those 5 days resolving this beef? Or do you think that they might do one of two things? One, spend the time with their family and loved ones because that's what's important. Or two, write a song that summed up their entire life. Because that's how we should approach every song. What if it was your last? What if this is the last breath you take? What if this is the last thing you say? Is this how you want to be remembered? Is this everything you can put into your work? Is this all you have to give? Do you think if they knew that either of these songs was their last song, that they would have written about this? Or do you think maybe they would have written something different and put out something different? That's why you lose. And that's why they lost too. Because they're both capable of so much more. The only people who really won is Drake and Kendrick's manager, agent, label, publicist. That's who wins. Because that's what this is all about. You think it's about music. You think it's about art. You think it's even actually about who's better. Who cares? The only thing that matters is, did they make something that speaks to you at a deep level? Because right now in any of these songs, that's not what they did. They provided distraction. They gave you something to scroll through and comment on. So I want you to think about that before you start writing any comments in my channel again.